Hi, everyone. First of all, way to go finding resources and laying the groundwork for these annotated bibs. Everyone has what it takes to make a really strong annotated bibliography. I hope you're proud of yourselves because this is not just going to help this project, it's also the groundwork for your next project. And so you guys are off to a wonderful start for the last two projects in this class. The first thing I want you to notice here is the link to everything you need to know about annotated bibliographies. Samples, examples, guides, helpful videos. This is a wonderful resource and I highly recommend it. Next, let's go over what does an annotated bibliography entry even look like. First, you begin with the bibliographic citation, right? Author's name, date, title, publishing, all that stuff, which remember you can get through, you can use something like EasyBib or tools like that to help you. You can go here, you can come up with it on your own. You can also use the resources like EBSCOhost or JSTOR to have that citation emailed to you or copied and pasted from their citation machines. But be careful, because even in those generated citations by these reliable sources, sometimes there's errors. For example, an error I saw a lot was all capital letters for a name or a title. It's because it was generated by a machine, and so it just put in all capital letters. You need to go back and correct all the capitalization, things like that. Make sense? Excellent. Next, you have a summary. This is what this is about. What were the main points? And that main point, the main argument, is really the sentence to land on in that summary. The main thing this book article proved is, bam. And finally, you have the next paragraph, and notice two separate paragraphs, is an assessment and an evaluation. Is it a good source? Is it a bad source? Why? Was the research well supported? Was it easy to read? Could you understand it? Could you follow it? That's what you put here. So now that we've looked at the parts, let's actually go through an example together and work how you would revise it. Thank you, by the way, to the students who made this possible. So if we were revising this really well done annotated bibliography, we would start by creating a title page. So, because it's an APA, like most of you, it's an APA one. So we'd begin by inserting page break, right? And here we would make the APA title page, just like you do on an APA paper. And then next, and for the, I just made that wrong so that we can correct it. For the title page, you shouldn't just have annotated bibliography. You should also have what it's about, perhaps the topic, a title to set this apart. So the next, let's look at this APA citation. Everything is correctly stated, but it's not a hanging indent. So what we would do over here is we would go to Home and to line spacing and hit line spacing options. And here where it says alignment, left, justified, center, special, hanging. You want a hanging indent for this citation. There we go. Now the next is with the entries. The entries should be moved over in line with the hanging indent, and they should be, each paragraph should be indented. It's looking weird because it has a note on it, but that is how you do that. And then this space at the end would be removed, and you would make those changes throughout. So see this formatting? We did the hanging indent, we used this to move the body paragraphs over, and then we indented each body paragraph. Now it's set with its formatting. But this evaluation, which is really strong, it talks about how this could be used, could perhaps use another sentence about whether or not it was a good article, well supported, easy to read, something like that to round out the evaluation. And then it's set to go. So, I wanted to bring your attention down here. So this is the kind of thing that an automated source sending you your citations might accidentally put in. Like, this is not something that someone put in on their own. This is something that came with the citation that was sent, and it's not supposed to be there. So go through each of your citations, make sure the information there is what it should be, and you can do things like cut information that's not needed. And then you're set. But make sure that you press, where is it? Save before you go. That's how you revise an annotated bibliography. Any other help you need? Try looking at some of these sources here, including these templates. Look at this. There is an annotated bibliography template that you can open up. Move this down. And just fill in whatever you need and delete whatever you don't. Isn't that awesome? Look at it's already has all the spacing, everything you now it doesn't have the 2 paragraphs. So you would need your summary and then your assessment as a separate paragraph. That should be indented. There you go. Now you're set to go. Now here, oh, they're indenting the 2nd paragraph. Yeah. So there. Now you're set to go.